Welcome guys to another episode of Connecticut State Parks with Trails of Freedom. I'm Jordan Coleman.
And I'm Justin Coleman. And today we're here at Kent Falls, some of the most dramatic cascading waterfalls in Connecticut.
Kent Falls is a series of waterfalls on a mountain stream known as Falls Brook. These waterfalls cascade over 250 feet in under a quarter mile. The first fall is the largest, boasting a dramatic drop of 70 feet. The stream then descends over several smaller waterfalls into a reflection pool and eventually meets up with the Housatonic River about a quarter mile away. The waterfalls flow year-round unless Connecticut is experiencing drought conditions. Even though the falls offer a magnificent show year-round, seeing them at their mightiest will mean visiting them at the right time. Kent Falls are strongest when spring temperatures begin to climb and disappearing snow inundates Falls Brook with meltwater. You'll also find plenty of water crashing over the falls after a heavy rain. If you can manage to make it out to Kent after an early spring downpour, the combined volume of rainwater and meltwater will ensure that you're rewarded with some incredible powerful displays.
When walking through Kent Falls State Park, what you're going to notice is that there's only 3 trails in this area. One is the paved walk that takes you up right alongside the waterfalls and the cascades. The red trail brings you back down, and the yellow trail goes deeper into the 295-acre state park.
Kent Falls State Park is loaded with history. It is one of Connecticut's oldest state parks, even having an Indian named Scatticook. There is substantial evidence that Native Americans fished and camped by the falls. There were also mills present along the brook during colonial times.
What I like about this area right here is there's so much moisture coming from the river, which is right over there, that you have all this moss growing on these rocks. And it gives this area kind of an old growth forest feeling.
Kent Falls is also home to a few common aquatic amphibians. Frogs can be found perching upon the rocks and swimming in the slower waters. There are also salamanders, although they can be harder to spot, as they make their homes underneath rocks. There are also many different types of plant life within the park.
The thicket of brambles you see here beside me, which are similar to the ones that cover the entire woodlands in this area, are actually an invasive species that come from Asia. The potential for destroying native plant life in the northeastern states is actually enormous for these plants. And as you can see, they've already done a number on the indigenous plants in this area. They reproduce faster than the indigenous plants, they grow quicker, and ultimately they'll come to take hold of this entire area. You can see the fruits of the Japanese barberry here. They're small, red, almost always of this oval shape. Occasionally they'll get a little larger than this. But the stems will always be characterized by these thorns, as you can see here. Pretty nasty to fall into.
The Connecticut Department of Environmental Protection undertook a massive project in 2006, where several platforms were constructed along a trail to help visitors observe the falls safely. At the bottom of the series of falls, another observation area was placed, and a path was created so visitors can access a small, calmer pool of water. There are several other attractions at the park. There's a replica of a covered bridge built in 1974 so visitors can cross the brooks to see the falls. Also, the base of the falls is known to locals as being a great place to catch trout. The park also features an open field that is great for sports or picnicking. If you want to visit Kent Falls, the park is open from 8 a.m. to sunset year-round.
Alright guys, well thanks for joining us. I hope you had a great time watching this short documentary on Kent Falls State Park.
Be sure to check out trailsoffreedom.com to see our latest activity. See if you might want to join in on one of our future hikes.